in is actually about to make some drastic changes, and now you have an advantage. I just ran numbers for a client, and she's looking in Mableton. And she's looking in Mableton, looking to spend around $400,000. When I tell y'all there were only 7 houses on the market, 7. And when we looked at the properties that sold and looked at the comparable properties, not only were there only 7 houses on the market, all the homes that sold in that area sold at 102% of value. That means they sold 2% more than the asking price from the seller. You're just, it's just no win out here for the first time buyer. You're either going to buy your property and start building generational wealth right now, or you're going to wait. And if you wait, I hope that you're waiting to save more money, increase your credit score, and more than likely get a raise and make more money. So that way, the price of homes, as they continue to rise, your debt to income ratio can deal with the rising price as you continue to wait. Because we're not heading towards a 2008 market crash. We are heading towards a market correction, and that market correction will affect people's spending. Again, I'm in the metro Atlanta area. So our luxury threshold for Atlanta is going to be around $650,000. Because again, Atlanta is not like New York or LA. So again, know the numbers in your city before you take this information. Like, I'm only speaking for Atlanta. So if you are in Atlanta and you're spending like $800,000, $900,000, and you notice that there's a lot of inventory, there's some price decreases in that price range, you definitely may have some leverage. But if you're spending the average amount of money, which is a little less than $500,000, you're still in the seller's market. You're still going to compete against multiple offers, and you still need to be prepared to pay your down payment and your closing costs, because sellers are not paying it because they do not have to, because there are people that are competing against you that will spend more to win the property than you are. So, I say that to say real estate will always sell. Properties that are presented well, priced well, will always sell. So don't listen to the internet, and listen to people that do this for a living. Although I got like 100 jobs, 100 jobs, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't work a 9 to 5, so to speak. I own all of the businesses that I'm a part of, and I do real estate every day, all day. This is my business. I'm telling you, people that have waited are really upset that they waited, because they waited for interest rates just to get higher. They waited for properties to get lower. You don't have enough properties to keep up with the demand. So that is the real estate market update for the metro Atlanta area. No inventory, high interest rates, high demand. There are still people that are in our market ready to purchase the products that we have available. Lawrence, I wish you the best on your property appraisal. I wish you the best of luck. So I'm going to talk to you guys about one of my properties, because I always like to lead by example. Y'all ready to lead by example? I'm going to talk to you about one of my investment properties. If you want to hear about my investment property and what I'm doing, drop an emoji in the chat. Drop the fire sign in the chat. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing with my investment property. Because I want you guys to know that there's always money to be made in real estate. And so I'm going to talk to you about that. So I have my Brookhaven property, right? I turned it into a content property. So I was making money on the property as a content house. Then I have it on Airbnb. We were making money on Airbnb. And I started to look at the market. So I'm a realtor, and I'm not emotionally attached to any of my real estate. I am attached to the fact that real estate is a vehicle to building generational wealth. And so I know when to hold them, and I understand when to fold them. So I said, you know what? I bought this house last year for $1,025,000. We're cash flowing really well on Airbnb, but now I'm going to take it off the market and I'm going to sell it and make me a couple of $100,000. So I actually took it off Airbnb and we got it ready and put it on the market. I had it on the market for maybe 45, close to 60 days, maybe about 45, 60 days, right? The market told me, one, we are not ready for your property because the market kept wanting me to reduce the price. But let me tell you the challenges that happened when I put my home on the market. Interest rates spiked. Like, it feels like a week after I put my house on the market, all of a sudden the interest rates were 6%. Lord, and I'm asking for $1.3 million. Oh my God. Interest rates spiked. Now all of a sudden there's articles all over the news, all over the internet. We're in a recession, we're in a recession, we're in a recession. And so I had so little activity on my property, but a lot of interest, like people are watching the property. So I'm looking inside of my area, I'm looking at the comps, and I see everybody's doing price improvements. Everybody's reducing the price. We're chasing the market. So if you are a seller, the minute you reduce the price, you go from the market chasing you. You know how, have you ever heard that saying, I don't want to chase the bag, I want the bag to chase me? So if you list your property correctly, the buyers will chase you. If you overprice the property, you are now chasing the buyers. And so every time someone reduces the price and has a price improvement and you keep going down and down and down, you are now chasing the buyers. And who wants to be in that position? So now you're chasing behind the buyers, you're doing this price improvement. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to be part of this madness. Let me just put my cash flowing property back on Airbnb, because I'm not about to reduce the price. The only thing I was willing to do was to do some improvements and like finish the basement and really make sure we added some improvements, because the home is worth what I was asking. I know my comps. Not only do I know my comps, I had a meeting with my appraiser, and my appraiser said, you priced this property spot on. Like, you priced it exactly what I would have priced it on. So I know how to run numbers. So I said, you know what? And let me tell you about how alignment works. Alignment is so important. I took the home off the market and immediately found me a short-term renter. So when you guys talk about cash flowing, right? So now I feel like I'm on to something. I feel like I'm on to something. So if you have, like, this is $1 million property, right? $1 million plus property I purchased in the city of Atlanta. It's 5 bedrooms, over 5,000 square feet, right? Do you guys want to know what I'm cash flowing now on a short-term rental after overhead and expenses? You want to hear me? So I did a 60-day rental, made them pay upfront for the 60 days, and I'm cash flowing an additional $2,200 per month. So that is $4,400 I'm making as a profit after expenses for the next 60 days. After paying the mortgage, after paying the overhead. So now I'm like, hold on. Let me shop this property around for short-term corporate rentals, because it's in the city of Atlanta. I can make more money cash flowing, and I'm going to cash flow this property until I feel like the market is ready. Hey, Zoe the Goat. So I can tell you, when you get like buying a $1 million property, you're going to make more money. So I could have a smaller property. I could probably cash flow about $400, $500. I'm cash flowing $2,200 a month. So I say that to say, you really want to, like, this is not the time to sell prematurely. Don't just jump off your property and reduce your prices if you're not ready. And I'm a realtor. So my job is to list and sell your property. But I am not a scammer. I am not a person that doesn't have ethics. I'm really about y'all building wealth, because I'm going to make money regardless. If you have a great property and you're chasing the market, consider putting your property on a short-term rental website instead of running behind the market right now when everything is going crazy and you're not going to get your full equity out the property. I can be patient. Building generational wealth takes patience and strategy. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the market. Create a strategy and stick to it. I have so many people reach out to me to sell their properties, and they will tell you, I'm the first to say, listen, Zoe, you already know. And shout out to Mr. Zoe the GOAT. He actually is like the #1 Airbnb person I know. I was talking about you in our sales meeting. I was telling my team to watch your interview with Sleep is for Suckers. Gosh, what's his name? To know, building generational wealth is for the long term. I am not about to chase this market. And at the forefront, I'm a real estate broker. But on the backside, like, really, I'm an investor too. I understand how real estate works because I'm helping people buy and sell it every day. So